Well, it was mostly the influence of my coaches and my family because it was a choice. It was a pretty tough choice to either to go the Olympic route or to turn pro already and sign with a pretty good promotion as Matchroom. But we also, my coaches and everyone, they helped me come to a conclusion that this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to sign with the big promotion as Matchroom. We have to take advantage of it, and you never know, that window might close. So we decided to just turn pro. It was a better option.
So when you received the news about Matchroom, what did you feel?
It felt great. It was an emotion I can't explain. It was so surreal. At first, but it was a process. It took time, but as long the process went, like the more and more I knew that it was a big possibility to happen, the more emotion I felt and the more joy, not only to myself but to my whole family, because it was just great. We loved it.
So at that moment that you signed, you remember the little you that first walked into the gym, did you ever dream of something like this happening?
It brought back many memories. It brought back not just memories, but also to look ahead. Like it gave me a dream, an even bigger dream that I know I can accomplish even more things, become a world champion, become undisputed, different weight classes. It motivated me. It motivated me even more, and it helped me reminisce all the little dreams I had when I was little.
And so let's go back to when you were a kid and the first time you stepped into a boxing gym.
Well, the first time I stepped into a boxing gym, it was first, I started with the police academy. It was called the LAPD. And we had a different coach, but it was little by little. And I loved it. The moment I stepped in the ring, I loved it because first they started us off at like in the floor doing jabs, teaching us different combinations. But once I stepped in the ring, it felt great. It was a pretty good experience.
How about that first punch?
The first punch is even better. Being able it helps you, it's actually very true, it helps you release a lot of stress. It's great.
Before you and your brothers, is there anybody else in your family that's a boxer?
No, we're first generation, the first people in our family to ever touch the gloves.
And how do you feel having your father behind you?
Oh, it's great. The whole time. He's there with us 24/7, 365. He's just there with us the whole time. It feels great knowing that not only my father but my sister, my brother are by my side 24/7. It helps me know that I have someone right next to me.
And we've had 7 green belt challenges. 7. You've participated in every single one. You wanted that belt since the first time you participated, and last year you got it. Were you shocked?
The first time I participated, I thought I had a pretty good chance because I think I won the first 2 fights, but I didn't get a fight the third day. And I thought I did pretty good and everything, but I knew that I was gonna work harder and harder to get this belt. And last year, I put up some pretty good performances the first 2 days I fought, and I thought I had a pretty good chance, but when they called my name, I was pretty shocked. I didn't think I was gonna get the belt.
And how did it feel to have your first WBC green belt?
It felt great. It was an amazing experience. Being able to get a belt from one of the best organizations in boxing, it was a great feeling.
And where is it? Where is it?
It's in the car. My brother has it. He's gonna bring it. He's gonna bring it.
We should get him one.
Wait a second.
Did you stop it?
No.
I know he's gonna have it now.
It's just like this.
Something isn't right.
It's just like this one.
Okay, now.
No, yeah. So
Exactly the one I have.
Is that the first of many or what?
The first of many. Hopefully the first of many.
How do you see the Green Belt Challenge compared to other shows and tournaments?
Well, it's definitely a different vibe and a different feeling because you just feel the atmosphere is very genuine and it's great. It's a great atmosphere. Everyone loves the what's happening and everything. Even the officials, the boxers, you just feel the joy around the whole place. It's way different. Yeah. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it has like a family-oriented atmosphere.
Yeah.
And we've been trying to do that because tournaments are cold, right?
Rivalries and everything, yeah.
And
that's true.
So in the Green Belt Challenge, you get the chance to fight
3 times.
3 times?
Different opportunities too.
Yeah.
And the other thing, and I'm sure you lived it with your sister and your brother, going to so many shows and tournaments. It's about $10-15 for even your dad and your mom have to pay, right, to go in?
I think it's even $20 now to to go in. You have to pay $20 each person, and it's in the degree belt. You come in for free, and not just that. In different tournaments and shows, there's not professional boxers, big celebrities that just show up and support the children. And at WBC, everyone shows up. It's great.
Are you gonna go back this year and give medals?
Of course, yeah. I'm going this year to give out medals to the boxers.
Your dad has sacrificed so much for you guys. It's time for now. You want to work hard and give back to him. How does it feel to be in that position now?
It feels great because my dad has given every single thing of his body to us, like every sweat, everything he's given to just for his children. And for me to become a professional boxer and make money little by little, it's going to be such a great feeling, not just taking care of him, but my brother, my sister, my mother. Everyone in my family supports everyone, and they look out for us. So it's hopefully, once the day comes, it's gonna be a great feeling to give back to the people that gave it to me.
Tell us about your first pro fight. Tell us how it went.
So my first pro fight, the week before, I went with my coaches, Manny Jr. and Estrellita, because two other boxers, Amer and Lupita, they fought, and I want to go check their fights out. And then from there, we traveled from Mazatlan to Culiacan. And when I got to Culiacan, my brother showed up, and he was with me, but my sister stayed with my father because my dad was sick for a bit, but after that, she had to go to the OTC, the Olympic Training Center, to go with Team USA. But it was a great having my brother there because I knew I needed someone from my family to be there with me. But my coaches, they always showed me support, and my brother, it was a great feeling. It was to me the best experience of my life so far. Turning pro, getting the first victory out the way, it was great.
Did you get nervous before the fight?
It's a crazy story. So the ring walk and the first round, and the entrance and like the announcer saying my name and everything. Once I got to the corner, I didn't remember any of that. After the first round finished, I didn't remember it. But after the fight, I remembered everything. But I don't know how. I think the nerves caught on to me, and I didn't remember any of that.
How you made the transition in boxing, style-wise, and is there a difference in training from the amateur to now professional? Was it hard for you?
Well, I think one of the best things I have is I have one of the best teams in the world. Training with Manny Robles and Manny Robles Jr. and Estrellita, they help with that transition perfectly. They help me put my punches together, put all my weight and twist my punches and everything. So the transition worked great for me, in my opinion, because everything is going great. Little by little, I'm progressing. So I think I give all my thanks to my team. They had even my strength and conditioning coach Matias. He's giving me more power to not throw as many punches, but more solid punches as professional, be more effective.
And now, as a new generation, are you aware of how they used to train before? You know, like the old
Chavez.
Like Chavez, yeah, and Mike Tyson, yeah.
It's just got to the gym, to run and spar. That's it.
Yeah,
now you
yeah.
have a lot of technologies, and some boxers like the old style.
We have a way of working at the gym. I can't just do whatever I want, but we still implement little things from back in the days too. It's great. It was a great atmosphere because it's not only me training and my little sister training, but it's having great other professionals train with you, like Virgil Ortiz, Jesse Magdaleno, a lot of great champions in the gym. It's great.
Yeah, it's big influence, right?
Super big influences, motivation too. And I think just another boxer just stopped by the office right here was Sergey Bohachuk. He's also a great friend. There's a lot of big influences in the gym.
Do they share knowledge? Do they give advice?
Yeah, all the time. It's at the gym we all support one another, and even though we get competitive, like even during training, it's all love for each other. We all help each other and everything. Well, I'm still a youngster in the gym. I'm like the little kid, but we all support each other and they give me knowledge. They tell me, like my pro debut, they all help me. They all tell me what I need to do. Stay calm, pick your shots great. Everyone helps everyone at the gym.
And you spar with them?
Yeah, I spar with them. Well, right now I'm working more with the my weight class 135 and everything. But like when I was right now, since I'm out of camp, I'm probably gonna work with the big guys again,
Yeah.
like Virgil and all them. But when I was in camp right now, I was more in my weight class, so they put me with all like, you know George or Yu Acosta.
Yeah.
I was helping him for his camp. There's a lot of other boxers, but right now I'm probably gonna spar with the big guys again.
How was it sparring with Virgil Ortiz?
Oh, it's great. Well, the when I first got into the ring with him, I was losing weight for a different tournament, the win in Kansas, the Nationals. So he was working with me, but when I got back, he doesn't go all out. I mean, he was like 90%, but it's still great work. Like he helps me learn a lot, and he helped me improve a lot as a boxer. Not only as a boxer, but as a power puncher too. All the punches, the punches he selects and everything, is great watching him. Even hitting me to the body, you could just learn from him.
Yeah.
He's a great boxer.
Do you feel like a team?
Oh yes, 100%.
Or just boxing is an individual sport. But I don't know if everybody in the gym feels like that, like it's your team.
No,
It's a little part of a family.
exactly.
Happens,
That's the perfect word. In the gym, it's all a family. We have boxers from all over the world, from different countries and everything. But I think what all brings us together is la raza mexicana. Manny has that little cultural thing and everything, and we all speak in Spanish at times, even from different boxers from around the world. It's a great atmosphere, to be honest. No one is just one person and you leave them alone. It's all together. We all work together. There's never a boxer that just trains by themselves. We all work together. It's like a family.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I mean, now that you mentioned that, what do you think about what everybody says about the Mexican style of boxing? Is that something does that exist?
Yeah, I think it does. The Mexican style is very existent. Los guerreros, they just keep coming forward. They con todo, doesn't sin miedo. I think it's true. There's always the Mexican style.
Yeah, they stand their ground. Right?
Exactly. They don't let anyone bring them back. Just puro para adelante.
Yeah. And what about your style? Are you a brawler, a fighter, or a puncher?
Well, in the gym, they like to say I'm more of a technical fighter. Like I use my distance well, my reach. But if I have to bang, I'll go in there and bang.
Yeah.
And what about making weight for this fight? Is it different? Was it different cutting weight as a pro than amateur?
It was way different. Right now, my first fight, it was pretty easy making 135 because I used to fight at 139 as an amateur. And 139 as an amateur, the only thing about that is you have to make weight every day because 139 elite, there's a lot of boxers. I had to fight every day, so I had to make weight every day. But right now, this first fight, I gained a little more weight and I had to drop down to 37 because it was catch weight this time. But it wasn't that hard. But right now, what they're telling me is I need to eat more and everything, bulk up a little more, so it could be a little harder the next time I lose weight because they want me bigger and stronger during the fight day. So.
And you're still growing.
Yeah, little by little,
You're
hopefully.
Still growing, so you might be a natural, maybe like 140.
Yeah, little by little. First, get a few belts at 35, and then move to 40, and little by little, next weight class and next weight class.
He's gonna come take over Davis, Tank, Ryan, and everyone.
Yeah, for us that are outside of the ropes, just watching the fight, we don't know, we don't understand the difference in weight when you're fighting. How much do you feel like the punch of a heavier guy?
No, it's actually very different. So there's this 140 pounder in our gym. His name is Hovannes Bashkov. He's from Armenia. He's won the worlds 3 times. He went to Olympics. He got bronze, I believe. He recently turned pro. And then there's also different 135 pounders and different 147 pounders. But 135, 140 Bashkov, it's way different. The power in a 135 pounder is nowhere near his 140 pound power. It's actually very, very different. Every weight class actually does have its own power.
Yeah, because people don't seem to really understand that. I mean, only the people that know boxing, of course. But,
exactly.
But general public, they just see a couple of guys just throwing punches and that's it.
No, it's actually very different. It's extremely right.
Also, some guys look very muscular, others very skinny, and sometimes the skinny guy hits harder.
Yeah, it's mostly not only I think the main factor is natural power. Some people just have that natural power, and all the other people with all the shit, the conditioning, all the pesas and all the weights, they build that up themselves. But at the end of the day, the natural power is more existent than the power you get yourself.
Yeah.
What do you have?
I believe I have both. I'm working to get more power with my strength and conditioning, but I think I have that natural power. But I want to get more and more.
And where does a punch come from? The hand, the arm, where does it come from, the power?
I think most of the power comes from the leg and the buttocks. I think it starts from down here and it comes all the way up because you have to twist. You have to get everything from down here, the hips. You have to get all that power from down here, and then itself it comes to you.
Yeah, it's, turning the body.
Turning the punch, it's the whole body. It's not just the hand. It's not just the fist. It's everything. It's the whole body.
How easy or how hard is it for a family to keep up with all these tournaments and all these costs and everything that amateurs have to go through?
No, it's extremely hard. Especially me saying it doesn't sound that bad, but for my parents to work nonstop, 24/7, it takes a toll on them. That's why we couldn't go to every national. We would have loved to go to every national tournament, but it's not that easy. It takes a lot of money, time. You getting away from work for a whole week. It's a lot. That's why you have to enjoy the time there, and you have to put everything you have into it, because you have people sacrificing for you to do it. That's why it's extremely hard to go to all these tournaments.
What message would you give to all these amateur kids so they don't give up?
My message to all amateur kids is keep working, keep grinding, and once that little opportunity comes, you need to take full advantage of it. If you have a chance to go to a national tournament, live it up. Put all you got into that tournament, the camp that you have going into the tournament, because your parents, your coaches, they sacrifice a lot for you just to go there, to get there. So you have to give it all you have once you get there. No 50%, not even 100%, it's 120%. You got to give everything.
What was your final amateur record?
I don't know, I lost count, but I had a good amount of fights. I think I had a little over 110 fights. I think I had like a little 70, 80 wins, somewhere around there. It was a good amount. Good.
And the losses, I see a lot of amateur kids, they take them really bad, but I mean, it's all experience at the end, right?
I'm not gonna lie, I took them pretty bad too. The main ones, to be exact, like the big tournaments, losing a national tournament, knowing that your parents gave everything for you to get there, it hurts. It hurts pretty bad. And not just because you lost, but sometimes you get the politics and everything. Sometimes you get robbed in USA Boxing and all that, or close fights as well. But those hurt even more. And that's just motivation to be honest. It makes you want to grind harder and go back to the gym and work even harder. And next time you see that opponent, you beat them. You
and your family have been so loyal to the WBC since you guys were kids.
Yeah, I was excited because I think my dad even the first excitement I had was because my dad was taking us out of school early, so that's already a big thing. But then after that, he said we were going to the WBC office, and me and my little sister, because we always used to stand in the back and my brother in the front, we looked at each other and we were all happy. And we told him we were going to go change everything, and he said no, we're just going straight. And we came, and then they always gave us tape, they gave us some shirts. It was a great experience.
The Cleto Reyes outfit.
Yeah, the outfit, everything, I remember. It was great.
So who was the first fighter you ever saw with the green belt that you could remember?
Well, the first fighter I ever saw with the green belt, my dad always loved for us to watch Julio Cesar Chavez. So the first box I saw with the green belt, I logged into Safari, Google, and I searched up Julio Cesar Chavez. I went to the images and I saw him with the belt. And I think that's the first person I ever saw with the green belt.
And you're like, I'm gonna
have one of those one day.
Is that who you looked up to?
Yeah, growing up, I looked up a lot to Julio Cesar Chavez, Oscar de la Hoya, Salvador Sanchez. I love all the Mexican boxers, but there's also a lot of great boxers. Right now, I'm saying I think boxing is doing very great right now. I have 3 favorite boxers at each weight classes. Boxing is doing really good right now.
Yeah.
Do you try to copy, emulate, or the style of one of your idols?
Yeah, well, the little head movements, the little flicks, the little feints that Julio Cesar Chavez has, right at the gym too. It's not just boxers that I see in YouTube or stuff like that at the gym. there is great sparring every sparring session. Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, I try to see everyone spar. Even if my coaches catch me lacking in the bag, sometimes just hitting the bags and look at the sparring, they get mad at me. But you try to take little things out of every single boxer. There's great things from everyone at the gym. And as like you said, YouTube, all the greats, it's a lot of things you can implement into yourself, into your style. And like you said, Ramla, it helped me learn that it's not just male great sparring in the gym. There's a lot of great female sparring. There's great world champions come too, like Yocasta, Yocavalle. She comes in. There's a lot of great boxers. My sister spars Sinisa sometimes. Lupita. There's a lot of great boxers that come into the gym. La Cobra Ruiz. There's a lot of great women sparring in the gym too.
But you now have, you've been blessed with first with your father. I'm pretty sure he's responsible for making all this happen.
Yeah, he is, but I'm extremely grateful for the opportunities I have and everything I have right now, but I also think I worked extremely hard for it because exactly like you said, it was just me and my father at the beginning, me, my little sister, my father, my brother. It was just us in the beginning. No one would help us in anything. We had to get it ourselves. Before we trained with Manny Robles, we were training by ourselves with a different coach, just helping us a bit, but the amount of effort we put, the hard work we put, many reached out to my father to train us. So I don't think we were just given it. We had to work for it. Everything we have right now, I think we've worked for it, and it's a great feeling, and we're grateful for everything that's happened. But I think it's hard work and dedication that truly got us here. Yeah, well, we try to give great energy to everybody, no matter who it is. We try to be the best. We try to be the best human beings we can possibly be, because there's no reason to hate or be mean to one another. Everyone's going to the same path, become world champion. It's a journey, but you should enjoy it along the way. You shouldn't hate on other people that are doing this. They're trying to achieve the same goals you are.
And what motivates you to keep going in the sport? Like, do you love it? Did you fall in love with it, or did your dad push you? I don't want to say he pushed you to it, but is it something that you naturally want?
Well, it's basically how I started it. The police academy team came out with the flyer that they were going to start boxing, and my brother didn't want to do it at all. And I told him, I loved it. So I wanted to try it so bad. I had to convince my brother to do boxing with me. So that's when I knew I was going to like the sport. And exactly when you told me the first time I stepped in the ring and throw the first punch, I just fell in love with the sport. But also my dad guiding me and helping me, it also helped a lot. I just fell in love with the sport more and more, little by little. And not only that, but what motivates me a lot to keep doing this is my family, my mother, my father, my siblings. They all motivate me a lot. And
what about school with you? Are you done with school?
No, so I graduated high school last year, and I took a gap year because I wanted to focus on the Olympics and the Olympic trials that were going to come up next year and everything. So I took a break, and they also encouraged me to lay down on school. And so I was looking for the Olympic trials, and I was just dedicating my whole life to boxing at that point. And then this opportunity came, so it's going to be harder. I'm still thinking about going back this year because I have great grades too. I finished with the 4.3 GPA, weighted GPA, so I did really good in school. So maybe I'll come back this year, and I think if I apply to a lot of schools, I'll get accepted again and look up for some scholarships and everything. But if anything, I might take another gap year and start off the next year again. But I don't want to leave it out. I don't want to keep saying I'm going next year. Eventually, I'm gonna do it because school is very important. Education is like my dad says, number one.
What was something that Eddie Hearn told you, like advice that he told you when you were over in Mexico?
Well, first off, he congratulated me and everything. But some greater advice he told me was to stay calm, stay composed, and shine bright. That's exactly what he told me. Shine bright. Enjoy the moment, and those are great words. I still remember those. I think I always remember those words. The first time I talked with Eddie Hearn was great.
Okay, so we can't say your next fight. So what's next for you?
Hopefully, I'll be fighting again in summer soon, and hopefully it'll be here in the United States of America, and then maybe back again in Mexico because I loved fighting in Mexico. But hopefully, by summer I'll have a new fight date.
And where can people follow you on now all your social media?
Well, on my social media now, I've now switched to CBAZALDUA04, basically C Bazaldua 04, and on all my platforms.